Hi, Anup.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. So nice to have finally gotten down to doing this.
Finally got into. Thank you so much for connecting.
Ah, so how have you been?
Everything is fine.
Anup, would you like to give a quick introduction of yourself?
All right, quickly. I'm in somewhere a remote place in North Thailand, and
Oh,
but yes, there's a place called Chiang Rai.
ah,
It's a hill station,
oh,
so I'm
great.
there. My intro, yes, quickly. I'll take 10-second time that I'm in this industry from '99, and yes, Mr. Neeraj sir, you are one of my first client in '99 2000, where you used to do some events for your earlier company, and we are proud to have connected with you here, and it's really proud moment. And in this industry from 25 years, great experience in this industry.
So, Anup, I know your story, but for the sake of the audience, what got you into events? Was it
Can you repeat, please?
what got you into events? Was it something that just happened, or was it by design?
All right, in way back '99, I was into something related to event industry, but not directly. But I went. Something is life changing that I went a live concert of Daler Mehendi
Okay.
'99. That was happening in RBNMS ground, near Alsul Lake, and there I worked as a volunteer, just to
Uh,
have some extra bucks. So that time I never had an idea, how the event works and all stuff. And
mm,
after going there, I saw the process, and that completely wow. And then I decided, yes, this is where I have to be. The
mm.
live concert is so uh, challenging and so crucial and so exciting
So,
that made me to
so
change
can
my
I
career.
so can I say that you are an accidental event manager?
Yes, I am an incidental event manager,
So
100%.
my story is so similar to yours, right? I too am an accidental event manager. I had no, I mean, I'm talking. I did my first event in '94, and I was still in college, and we were always looking for summer jobs, additional ways to earn money, and somebody knew somebody, and there was this large exhibition happening in Pragati Maidan. And I got a job, a temporary job for about 20 odd days. And in those 20 days, I saw everything that happened in exhibitions, met the guys who were, in the back end, the vendors, all those things. And 5 months later, I set up my own exhibition. Smaller, right? I mean, not at the scale of what I was working at. It was a small consumer fair. And I went on then to, it was in Noida. Then I went and did about 7 exhibitions in Punjab. And it was only when I had wrapped down that initial business of mine and I moved to Bangalore and I started working for the television company where you had met me that I actually realized that, hey, I'm actually an event manager. Yeah, I've been doing it. I mean, I didn't even know that exhibitions were events. And I think a lot of people out there don't know that, whether it's the IPL or it's a marathon or any kind of event, a conference, a conclave, the G20, that there is an event manager at the back who's making sure that everything happens as planned, right? So, and I've faced this from I think everybody who's been around, our age or people around our age. It was not like a conscious career choice, right? It's just happened, and then we loved it, and then and none of us have moved away from it. Even Arvind's also an accident. He's a engineer by profession, right? I mean, by qualification, and he got into events. A couple of my students, somebody did fashion design in UK. There's another student of mine who did audio engineering in UK, and today they're doing the course at the institute. And they're really getting to understand and they didn't realize that this is what event management is all about, right? The amount of time spent with customers, really understanding what their requirements are, what their needs are. Okay, so there's like a whole lot that's happening in the event management space. Uh, so what is your take on the industry today?
I think, first of all, I'll support my decision that I, being an incidential event manager, I have taken the right decision. I have to accept. And today, till today, I have been thoroughly enjoying. It's not only me, I had to also justify my career to my family that I have taken a right decisions, because before that I was more into engineering kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So that is how I changed, and I had to justify, and they're very happy about that. It's really challenging, and the people who have joined here in this today at Insta Live, I'm sure they're all aspiring. This is a great place to open up your mind, to explore new things. There are so many things to do in around event management. Do weddings, do social events, do corporate events, do mice. The mice is so exciting that you get to travel all over the world at the cost of clients. Uh, Client takes care of your expenses. I have myself has traveled at least 30 odd countries at the cost of my clients. So I am truly enjoying this profession.
Okay, so if there was a pain point for you as an entrepreneur, as a as the managing director of a sizable, sizably large event management company, what would those pain points be?
Biggest pain point, there are many. If I take top three, number one is skilled manpower, number two skilled manpower, and number three also skilled manpower. So my top three pain factor is skilled manpower is my the top pain factor.
Yeah, so I think this is a common, and I've been speaking to everybody from all over the country, right? Interacting with them and understanding what the pain points, and this is like the single most uh, pain point that everybody, right? I haven't met an event manager who's not said that this is a pain point. Skilled, trained manpower. We need intelligent, smart people, creatively inclined, great communicators. And unfortunately, a lot of these people don't know what event management is, don't know that it's not just about earning an income, right? It's also about loving what you do, right? The experience you have when you know, have done your event and your client comes and says, thank you so much, right? And I'm grateful for what you've done. And I mean, that feeling, right? The feeling of accomplishment is so much, right? It just kind of, you feel like you're walking on clouds. It is financially rewarding, right?
Definitely.
It can get stressful if you don't plan well,
Yes.
right? A lot of people burn out because they don't invest the right amount of time into planning. And I think that today we need young, smart, intelligent people to consciously take up event management as a career. The entire industry is there to support them. We, of course, at Team.i are happy to train you and get you into the right mindset. Uh, so would somebody who, let's say, undergoes a year of training with us and they join you, what are they going to look forward to?
All right. I am taking is my take is little more generic. I'll be guiding them or maybe suggesting them. Is that now the event industry is getting upgraded or maybe updated almost every day. Creativity is always there. It has to be there. That is the it has to be in your DNA. Without creativity, you cannot survive in event industry. But seeing the trend latestly, AI has to be there in your another DNA in your being a event guy, irrespective whether you are client service or your production or your whatever job you are doing in event process. Add the AI to your process and increase the productivity so that you are more uh, accountable to wherever you're joining. It may be my organization or it may be a top 10 big event management company. Add AI to your study, whatever you're doing. Being experiential already, I think Anand has explained a lot. I was listening to when Anand was talking. He has told a lot of things about being experiential, but my take, add AI in your career. Whatever process you are doing, the students, whatever process you are doing in part of the event management, you increase your productivity by many fold. And yes, company becomes more
So I
loyal to
must
you.
tell you
That's
that
my take.
all our students are trained in ChatGPT, what kind of imports. They're shown a lot of other AI platforms for from everything from design to voiceovers to movie making to, I mean, there's so much of AI out there, but our students are getting exposure to that, and I think their output uh, post using AI at the campus level went up 10x,
Yes.
right? So, and even me, when I was an early, I transitioned into using AI very early, and earlier it was something interesting, but when I actually started using it to enhance my work, my productivity have gone up 10x.
Yes.
Right? So I think you're very right when you say that. I think we need people to be able to start fooling around with AI, right? I mean, it's so intuitive. It just, I mean, you can tell it that, look, I'm a 5-year-old. Can you tell me how to go about getting output from you? And the guy will tell you, yeah, right? It'll speak to you as if you're a 5-year-old and explain the whole process and how it works and da 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 da. Da. And it's amazing. I think, I think that's a great point. So, Anup, if I would say that uh, the one thing that is choking growth in the industry today, right? As an industry, not just as a standalone event manager or one single event management company, but as an industry. And I'm talking about this from a global perspective. Uh, would you agree that the biggest choke point is skilled manpower at the entry level?
Absolutely, yes. See, today I take example of my career when I started in '99. I think you are one of the proof that 25 years I'm in this industry. So 25 years back, how many event company was there? And today the number of event companies. But the skilled manpower, the in this 25 years, probably the event management company has like it's like become like a 500% or so, or maybe 800% the number of companies. But do we have increased the number of skilled manpower by 800%? No. How many school was there during 99, 2000 or 2001? And today, how many are there? Maybe it has folded by maybe two times or three times. I'm not sure
No,
how many are
two
there.
times,
Yes,
probably about
we might
double the number of the last 20 years.
Yes. So definitely there is a huge opportunity for this skilled manpower at the entry level. I strongly suggest that you increase the capacity of your students who has got a bright future in the event industry. Bright future. I mean, people are desperately looking for experienced manpower. Um, many companies.
No, I think everybody, some of our brighter students are all very bright, but some of our students who are like, I mean, this about 6 months that they've been in the course, they're already getting offers like, name your price, we'll hire you. Right? So I think that's a fact, right? We see good people, we want to hire them,
Yes.
right? And everybody's
Definitely.
going to do that. I mean, if I was running an event company today, I would have been doing the same thing, right? I see somebody good, you want to kind of latch onto that person and make sure that you get them on board onto your company. Not just, I mean, it's not just about work ethic, right? It's also about how you are able to do their personalities kind of work together with your personality, right? Is there going to be a good working relationship? So all of that goes into it. But I think I primarily look at people who can communicate well and are sharp and intelligent.
Yes.
So do you think that these two
Definitely.
skills would be the kind of skills that we're looking at? Great communicators and smart, outgoing, intelligent people.
Definitely. This is the must have. This is the must have.
So great. So here's an invite to all of you. If you'd like to know more about event management, please do send us a message. Somebody will get in touch with us. Anything more you'd like to add, Anu, before we close the session?
My take to the aspiring event managers who are already, targeting this event. See, event management and tourism works very, very coincidentally. The hospitality industry, the tourism, and the event works very closely. So try to look out the opportunities in the segment of tourism, because tourism is the growing so fast. I think there is a huge opportunity for the students. I'm just giving it one example is a mice. It's a huge opportunity in mice for the aspiring students to amplify event business and take your volume to the next level.
To actually add on to what Anup said about tourism, so in the last, I think, last 4 months, the UAE, the guys from Abu Dhabi had come down to Bangalore. They hosted event managers. You were there for that, of course. Right? I bumped into you there, right? I mean, you have countries, tourism departments coming to India to interact with event managers, right? Similarly, Spain, right? There's about 4 or 5 different countries which have come in the last 4 or 5 months, and to showcase what it is that they have. And I think the tourism industry is looking at event managers. Venues are looking at event managers today as customers, as people who give them business. And with the growth of MICE right now, corporates, I mean, nobody wants to travel in India anymore. They want to travel abroad, right, for a conference. I think the MICE segment is going amazingly fast. And all said and done, we need a lot more people in the industry. Right.
Definitely, yes.
Great, Anu. Thank you so much. It was always a pleasure interacting with you. Right. Uh,
Thank you so much.
Hopefully, we'll meet up soon. There's a whole lot of stuff that we guys need to discuss. Thank you so much, Anu.
Always. Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
And yes,
Thank you.
looking forward all you to join event industry. This is really
There you are. There you are. There you are.
Yeah,
So great. Hi, Anand. Nice to see you.
nice to see you too.
Yeah, good to have you here, and I love that smile.
Yeah,
So, Anand,
I was,
I was just, there was a slight glitch when we were starting the live session off, but now that we are live, I'll just let's just have an introduction in terms of why is it that you took up events, right? So you can talk about how did you get into events?
right. I'll keep it extremely quick. I got into events because I had this itch of doing something in life on my own. Events
Okay.
was no barrier to entry, very simple, and and the thrill of doing things was very exciting. Began in during my college days. Realized that this is going to become my profession. So then we became a professional event company. And yeah, we
Okay.
are growing, changing with time. That's where we are right now.
And how long have you been running your company for now?
We began in 2010. So it's been about 15 years now. Yeah.
Okay. And what's the scale of your company right now in terms of employees?
So I would like to tell you when we were focused on events, what was our scale? We were about 28, 30 employees with 3 offices, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Mumbai. And yeah,
Okay.
this is what we were doing full-fledged. Yeah.
Okay. So my next to you is So Anand, what are as an event manager, and the perspective is from asking your perspective from in terms of recruitment, in terms of manpower and building your team. What are the challenges you face?
Okay. Now this is you've hit the sweet soft spot, which is extremely painful. I think the issues that we face is finding the right kind of talent. One. Second
Okay.
is retaining that talent after training them.
Okay.
This is primarily what we face. So there was a point where we were hiring from other established companies, and then we realized, hey, that's not working. Let's have homegrown team. So that's when we began training our employees fully. And at that time, we realized that what has to be around is institutes like yours who are also training existing employees.
Yes.
So yeah, so this is about that.
So how big of the challenge is this? I mean, so I have done this when I was running my own company earlier. One had to go through the whole process of pitching to somebody the event management as a career, and then convincing them to actually be a part of the company, and then they would love it once they were on. But very often, one of the challenges that happened when I was coaching from other industries is that they were not mentally prepared for the kind of stress. Yeah.
There's a lot of disturbance at I don't know where it
Hi,
is.
Prithvi. Good to see you.
Hi, Neeraj.
Prithvi, can you hear me?
Hi, Anand. Yes, I can
Hi.
hear you now,
Hi,
but we lost you a little while ago.
I am sitting in a very silent space. Hi, hi. Yeah,
No, we are not able to hear you at all. It's almost like mute.
this is I'm not very familiar with Instagram, so I've been getting tutored by Arvind, and I think I managed to have a few little.
I think maybe you should do
I
one
don't
after
now.
another the speakers.
Yeah, I think that's better.
Is this better?
Yeah, it's
hear
better,
me?
but we're still losing you. Yeah, maybe you should do one after another, the speaker, the guest. I think that will probably help. I'm not too sure because it was very clear when you were talking.
Hear me now? I don't know whether it happened. There's this.
This is slowly becoming like a Charlie Chaplin movie, so it's nice.
Okay, so I think maybe what we can do is if you can mute yourself for now, Prithvi, I'll come back to you.
Yeah, that's better.
I can hear you. Yeah. I know the background. I checked mine. Mine is clear. There's nothing else on my phone or around me.
Better now? It sounds as if somebody's got a radio or
Right.
something
I think
playing
it's gone now.
in the background.
I can hear you clearly now. Yes.
Yeah,
I can hear you clearly now.
Everything that was. So I think when all three of us are talking at the same time, so coming back to what we were talking about, what is it that you look for in somebody you're trying to hire into being an event?
So what we as a company look for while hiring somebody into any position in our company is not really their experience that they have had, but mainly their ability to think in all directions, right? Laterally, horizontally, and to be able to manage things. So That's the overall thing that we look for in an individual, and and mainly, we want to have somebody who's courageous, who's got the courage to take things on. Yeah, I think these are very, very simple things that we look for.
Okay. So I think courage. So how would you define courage in event management? I mean, would you anecdote?
Yeah, because what happens is, I've lost.
That where does courage play a role?
Yeah. So what happens is, even after 10.
No, I can hear you.
Yeah, even after 10, 15 years of experience, every event is brand new experiences. Even however you're prepared, whatever you've done.
I completely agree with you.
And so at this point in time, to courage to own up to your mistake, courage to negotiate with the vendor, to bring it, courage to everything, and courage to tell the client while you're selling them your pitch that, hey, this is going to be the best that you will have. So courage from that point of view. I have lost you again.
Okay, awesome. So, anything else? You can't hear me?
Yeah, I think very quickly, I'll just end with the first question which was, how is the event management industry growing? That was one of the questions. The second was the pain point, and you've spoken about the pain point about hiring, right? I would just like to add one more pain point for existing event companies is the companies who are trying to scale up.
Okay.
And I think that there is a vacuum in our space, because for companies who are really looking to scale up, there is, for event entrepreneur, event company owners, there is a gap to find the right insights at the right time. And so that's very big pain point, which I think is there. Coming to where the event industry is growing, I think the event industry is it's in a space of disruption which is not with a bang, disruption which is very subtle and very silent, especially in the space of technology. With technology, because I think it's getting too abused word, but events was earlier making things happen in terms of your staging, sound, lights, and artists and other things, and lines got blurred with it turning into experiences, and experiences, again, the lines I think are becoming blurred because out of the box things are happening, things that you cannot imagine are happening from the entrepreneurial point of view, from every point of view. I mean, we've seen about what Botlabs did for the Ambani wedding, and there's just so much more to talk about. So I think we are in for a very, very big change and very exciting times ahead with the event.
So I'll give you a quick viewpoint. I think intrinsically all of us are event managers. All of us, right? Not just us who've taken this up as a career, who've taken this up as personal choice. If you look at somebody who's making food, right? Whether it's a chef, whether it's somebody at home, they don't make the ingredients. They have a vision in terms of what they want the dish to be, and they go ahead and create it, right?
Yeah.
Conversely, if you look at even a pride of lions, right? When they are on the hunt, right? There is coordination. It's an event for them.
Right.
And the English dictionary actually defines event. What is an event? An event is something that happens.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that, right? That means that if I have to move from my house to my office, that can also be defined as an event, because there's certain steps involved. There's when I do it, I run a timeline from the time I wake up. How long am I going to chill for? How many cups of tea am I going to have? How long am I going to take to the toilet? What am I going to wear? What is my cutoff for moving out of the house? when should I book my cab, right? So and I put in another buffer of about 20 minutes to make sure that I'm on time,
Right.
right? So I think intrinsically all of us are event managers, and I think the difference between everybody who's managing their events in life and us is that we also manage other people's events,
Right.
right?
True.
Not just our events. And I think it takes a certain degree of mental acuity, right? Proficiency in communication, and also the ability to churn numbers, and write some really great copy,
Right.
right? So I think, I mean, that is the way I look at who an event manager is.
Right.
Okay, so let's try and get an insight from Prithvi. Prithvi,
Perfect. I think I'll drop out, so it'll be easier.
okay, thank you so much, Anand. It's been very
Nice.
nice, having you here and having a chat with you. So hopefully we'll bump into each other at a KEMA meeting.
Sure. Definitely.
Right?
Looking forward. Thanks a lot for
Thank you so
inviting me.
much. Look
Thank you.
forward to seeing you again.
Bye.
Hi, Prithvi.
Hi, Neeraj. Hi.
So
Yes.
finally we can speak to each other. I'm so sorry for the glitch.
No problem. I'm
So
in some.
I will
in
take
some
the blame
jungle area.
for going live for the first time, even though I did a few practice rounds with Arvind, but today is the first day that I'm actually going live with somebody else. Okay, so
Yeah, I've,
great. So
I've
Prithvi, yeah, you were saying something?
I've done this most of the time. I used to run a talk show called Matka Chai, so I'm aware of the
Oh,
glitches. I'm aware of all these things that happen. Not a
very.
problem. And currently, I'm sitting in the jungle somewhere,
Hmm.
trying to get a weekend off. So Arvind
Oh,
said,
very nice. Where are you?
I'm in the middle of Bangalore forest.
Very nice.
Yeah. Anyways, so coming to the topic of people and event management and event marketing, and so luckily I have been an event manager when we didn't have so much technology and we didn't have so much access to a lot of gadgets. Let's say we didn't.
Okay.
I think the mobile phone just came when we were running an agency called Teami Events, or when I was working earlier prior to that in Onco. And events for us were very sacred, and it was something which you did to ensure that the client was very happy, and they'll call you back and make sure that you run all their events for always. It's slightly changed today. It's a lot changed, not slightly changed. I see promoters, the term I use is promoters are people who we hire for coming for an activity and doing their job. We had a rule in our company saying that if a promoter is caught smoking with the T-shirt of the client, his pay would get cut. So we used to tell them, please smoke, do your stuff. It's not that you shouldn't do your stuff. Please ensure that the client's brand is not seen when you smoke, because there is a value for that brand and people will
That's a very
associate.
pertinent, yeah. That's a very pertinent.
Yeah. But I don't see that happening these days. It's like even the people who are event managers say, "Oh, the fuck, it's okay, man. They're smoking. They're kids. They'll smoke. So what can
No,
you
but
do?" No, you
I
can
think
do. You can do. You can make sure
I
that the
think
brand is not
we've
listening.
learned it. Yeah, we've learned it being around for a long time. Right?
Yeah.
Today, if I'm at an event, there's no way that I'm going to smoke in front of anybody. I'm a smoker, right? It's a horrible thing to get rid of, but anyways, right? A long time back, I stopped drinking at events. Right? Even if it was my own event, I would not drink until the event would get over. And today we have a system when our students come in, there's a 17-page document that they have to fill out and sign, right? Which includes smoking, any mind-altering substance, if you're caught using it. Forget about not getting paid, you're going to be chucked out from college. So we're inculcating this at the very start.
Yeah.
And I think it's very pertinent. I think today smoking is looked down upon, right? if you're smoking, it's not the greatest of things to be doing
So,
these days.
what was value for us? Those were values. What we
Yeah.
do for our clients. Now it's not anymore values. It's about the fear. It's about making sure that but we don't lose the client. It's not about damaging the client. It's about
Mhm.
we don't losing the client. You understand? The table is turned slightly in terms of how the perception has happened. Because earlier there were about 8 or 9 agencies available only in Bangalore. There were only about 8, 9 agencies. No, Arvind knows how those days were.
No,
But now it's
I was
not like that.
around. So I've been
You're
around in
around.
Bangalore
So
in '99.
yeah, so we were very well connected, well knit.
Okay. I don't know if you can hear me, Prithvi, but we lost you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a technical glitch. Time get uh, so I think what is coming out very clearly is that not only do we need smart people, but we also need people who have values. Okay, I think we have Dr. Tarasdar is trying to join and he's got glitch happening at his end. We've had the privilege of interacting with Anand Hiramat and Priti Banwasi. Uh, Hopefully, we'll get to have a quick word with uh, Dr. Anup Tarasdar. So, I think today's live session, I want to recap a few things. One is the industry is growing at a tremendous rate, faster than any other segment in media. Number two, projection for 2028 is 1.5 trillion USD, right, which works out to 12 lakh thousand crores. 12 lakh thousand crores. And and I think that this 1.5 trillion US dollar market is only at 1. I'm saying only at 1.5 trillion USD because there's a glitch, right? We are, as event managers, we are scaling up. There is a demand for our services, huge demand for our services. But scaling up is also a function of the right kind of manpower to come on board, right? People need to understand that event management is an event manager is a project management professional on steroids. Right? He has or she has great project management skills, great communication skills, and is able to creatively find event solutions to address a need that our clients have. And unlike somebody who's making a building or something else, we set up these spaces, we set up these events overnight. right? Each event is, even if you're doing a repeat of the event, the challenges change, right? So, and we deal with huge teams. Just to give you an example, one of the events that I was doing, just my volunteers for that event were 5,000 people. The event had close to about 20 lakh people who had to be managed. Even the logistics of managing 5,000 volunteers, right? Making sure that, and this was work that was happening throughout the night. So we had to, it was cold. We had to give them tea. We had to give them snacks. We had to make sure that they have water available, right? And this for 5,000 people, right? Just imagine, so we had 20,000 snack packets which were given out every couple of hours. There were uh, hot tea was served to all of these 5,000 volunteers about 5, 6 times during the course of that night. So, these kind of challenges, right? I mean, it's very interesting. So I thrive on these challenges and trying to figure out how to solve these things. Personally, as an individual, I love being an event manager. I have worked in with the Mahindras. I have in the sales capacity. I have worked with in those days Fortune 1 company, ING, when they were in a collaboration with Vysya Bank in India. But I've always come back to event management because that the dynamic nature, right? You never get bored of doing events because each event is different. Even if it's a repeat event, it's different, right? It's a lot of fun. It can be it can be stressful. It can lead, and that stress can lead to burnout. And the only way to deal with that stress is to make sure that you are very well prepared. An event might be a couple of hours, but the what goes into making that event, multiple interactions with clients, understanding their needs, coming back to them with solutions, and then of course getting your whole plethora of vendors together, making sure that they're on time, they reach, they know what they have to do. So, and of course, then there's the show flow, right? The amount of time that gets spent on just creating a simple show flow. It's not simple, right? It's a show flow, right? And so it's so I see myself as an event manager who's essentially a project management professional with great communication abilities and a creative mindset. And this mindset is solution oriented, right? Is all about creating creative solutions for my customers to help them achieve what is it that they want to achieve by doing an event. It's a great career. I love it. I wouldn't do anything else other than what I do today. So I teach a lot, right? And I really enjoy that because it keeps alive for me my creativity because our training sessions are very experiential in nature. We create ideas and then we run them through the entire process, right? And sometimes we actually launch that idea and actually the students actually go ahead and execute it. Today, the biggest pain point that we have in our industry is that we don't have qualified manpower. We have to go out and talk to people and get them to look at event management as an exciting space to be in. Uh, if you're talented, if you are creative, if you're somebody who does not want to be, or let me say this, that you don't see yourself as somebody who's going to be sitting down behind a desk day in and day out. Um, Boredom, and if you get bored easily with the task that you're doing, I think event management is a great career choice. It is financially rewarding, right? And today, event management companies are huge, right? I mean, there are about 5 or 6 companies that I don't want to name, right? But they're in India. But all of these 5, 6 companies have 20,000 crore turnover per annum. Right? I mean, that's phenomenal, right? From any stretch of imagination. So great, and I'd like to apologize for any glitches that we were subject to. Would anybody who has joined in like to ask anything, any questions, or is there anything that you'd like to share? So I'm going to do a tick tick one, tick tick two. Tick, tick. Okay, great. So I will take it that nobody has any questions. Thank you all for joining in. It has been stressful getting onto Instagram for the first time and doing the live session, but yeah, it's done. It's happened, and I think I actually enjoyed it. I'm always so used to talking to somebody face to face, right, and talking into a screen and looking back at my own face. And it's the first for me. So I enjoyed myself. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, you can always leave a message at Team.i campus and we will get back to you. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been a pleasure and an honor to have you here. Once again, thank you and goodbye. Have a great evening, guys.